starting. I am just hopping on. Thank you for the heart me, Dylan. Welcome in. And for the Go Populars, thank you. And thank you, Neely, for liking the live. Just come in, sit back, relax, breathe into that root chakra. As people find their way here, breathe out down to the ground. Asking divine white light to surround all of your spaces, surround my space. And let this be your time of peace. Thank you, Arvison, for liking the live. Sketch, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you, Dylan. Welcome in. I'm glad you're here. May, how have you been? I feel like it's been forever. And thank you for liking the live, May. Helps everyone find their way here. Thank you, Red Flame, for liking the live. Hi, Cassidy. Sharzad, I'm glad you are here. And I promise the other thing that we have been talking about, I think it's finally fully formed, so I will message you about it soon. I'm so glad you're here, Red Flame. Welcome in. Thank you for consenting, Sophia. And thank you, Dylan, for liking the live. I give my body permission to release, to relax, to open up to spirit. Thank you, Cassidy, for liking the live. To open up to the healing. I've missed you too, May. How have you been? I give myself permission to sink into possibility. Let's pull out some stress from the middle of the body. Breathing in deeply, gathering up anything that feels stuck, anything that feels kind of heavy. As you breathe out, let me pull it out. Let it release to the universe. Thank you, Red Flame. And thank you, May, for liking the live. Courtney, how are you? Welcome in. I give my body permission to open up. Dropped off my expensive flute to get a cleaning and repairs. Cassidy, is that? No way. I would have never expected that. It's really gonna cost that much? Holy cow. Let's bring some energy straight down the middle of your body, straight down the central channel. So think of it as like your spine area. We're just going straight down the middle. Well, dang, Cassidy. I would say maybe that's not so bad then. I was thinking like $100 for some reason. Let that energy, let that warm flame of Reiki float down the middle of your spine, go all the way to the bottom and clear out. Ooh, we need to clear out the root chakra and the sacral chakra. So let's get in there. Keeping up the heat, building up the heat. You do. For that kind of money, yes, you do. It needs to have its own like climate controlled room you can put it in. I give myself permission to feel confident. Even when it seems like there's no reason to be confident. I want you to sit with that for a minute. Have you felt like there's no reason for you to be confident? They're taking it apart basically and getting new cork and pads on it plus usual cleaning stuff. Wow. Courtney, I guess the craftsmanship, the skill to do it. I bet there's not a lot of people that can do it. Jackie, welcome in. How are you? I give myself permission to feel prideful. Now, normally we think of prideful. Thank you, Fuckery and Shenanigans, for liking the live. And thank you for consenting, Courtney. Normally we think of the word prideful as something negative when we're like, oh, that's a prideful person, or I'm acting prideful. In this context, this is to help boost you up. The universe is saying, please think more highly of yourself. And thank you for the rose, Fuckery and Shenanigans, and the follow. Welcome in. let yourself be a little prideful for a moment. We're not shifting into, being big-headed. That's not what we're doing. We're shifting into, okay, this is who I am. This is the life experience I have. I am the expert on the life that I have lived. Oh, Jackie, I am so sorry. This will definitely help since we're going to get in that root and sacral chakra. Thank you for the heart me. Fuckery and shenanigans. I'm going to have to say the whole the whole name every time. I love it. I allow myself to open up to the truth of me. Ooh. Now, we're not getting too crazy here. We do go deep here, but the universe is saying, let's not get crazy. Let's just open up to the reality of the fact that you are an incredible person. Thank you, Sketch, for liking the live. You are an incredible energy. You are an energy that's worth having more, experiencing more, finding more. I bet some of those parts are tiny. Thank you, Cassidy, for liking the live. You are worth getting to feel more of the excitement, more of the love, more of the passion, to experience more of the success that the universe has to offer you. Thank you, Alyssa and Karen, for liking the live. I give myself permission to simply feel worthy, opening up that sacral chakra. Thank you, Jay Bird, for liking the live. Open that sacral chakra up, get comfortable in this warmth, get comfortable in this fire of passion that comes from the sacral. Get comfortable with being more open to the experience of living life. Jay Bird, we are doing energy healing. So the base of what I use, I like to call it, is Reiki. So that is an ancient Japanese form of energy healing where I channel life force energy. But I'm also sensing things from the universe. So you might hear me say, we need to work on confidence, or, oh, I feel like someone has a headache. The universe is also telling me specific things that the group needs. So this is a group healing, and thank you for the follow, Jay Bird. So this is for what's needed most in the room. So I'll say different things for whatever's needed most. That is so awesome, Cassidy. That is so exciting. I'm so happy for you. I allow myself to open up to possibility. Now, I feel when I say the word possibility, I feel still a bit of a block in the stomach, so we will get deeper in there. Thank you, May, for liking the live. This feels like it's not quite in the solar plexus, it's a little above the solar plexus. So let's get up in there. You may feel some tingling. Thank you, Luis, for liking the live. You may feel some feelings of happiness increase because we are going in and around the solar plexus chakra. I give myself permission to release judgment. Ooh, twisting it out like a screw cork thing. And thank you, Karen, for liking the live. And thank you, Cassidy. I release judgment from all spaces and places, past, present, and future timelines. I release judgment from my conditioning. I release judgment from my bloodline. Friends. Ooh. I feel like some of you maybe have some judgmental friends. This feels really intense. It hit me really hard. So maybe it's time to reevaluate those relationships. Maybe it's time to set some boundaries. Maybe it's time to have some talks. So unwinding that judgment. Oh, speaking of boundaries, this is actually helping open up those boundaries. Let's open them up. So you feel more confident to express and hold your boundaries, knowing that they are for you. They are for the health of you. And thank you, Karen, for liking the live. I want you to think of boundaries that way. Boundaries are not for other people. boundaries are not direction. Well, I mean, they kind of are directions for other people on how to treat you. But at the end of the day, that's on you to hold the boundary. That's on you to decide what boundary is going to keep me happy, healthy, and thriving. Thank you for the hi bear, Alyssa. Whitney. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. I hope this clears quickly. I am so sorry. That is no fun. And thank you, Karen and Alyssa and Whitney, for liking the live. Welcome in. Sit back, relax, enjoy some peace. We'll amp up the heat even more so the whole body will get that relaxation, that heat, that, you know, that healing that Reiki provides. Now let's move up into the heart. Thank you, Tarot and Ferrets, for the heart me. Welcome in. Going up into the heart space, breaking open a bubble. I give myself to explore what I truly love. So what that feels like to me is maybe some of you have been like pushing down that you like something. Something brings you joy. Something actually, you know, you enjoy doing something. So popping that bubble and let it come out. Again, we were working on releasing that judgment aspect. So now let the heart come forward. Let the things that you love, let them be expressed. Let them be known. Thank you for the follow, user. Welcome in. Giving the heart some warmth. I feel like we really need to cradle it for some of you. I feel some of you going, oh, but it's just been so hurt. Let's cradle it. Sending soft energy, sending loving energy. My heart deserves tenderness and care. That's the biggest thing. Choosing the places, the people, the situations that make your heart feel like it's tenderly cared for, that it's really considered. Okay, we lost our music. That it's tenderly cared for. And thank you, Denise. Welcome in. Hope you guys will be okay without music for a bit. Do I have a charger? I think I have. Well, I don't know where the charger is right now. We're still in Mercury retrograde, right? That's the technology problems. Thank you, Miranda, for liking the live. Welcome in. Do I have another charger? I may. Well, no, that's to my lights. We'll figure it out in a bit. Did we just finish it? We're in the shadow period. Okay, that's why things are still wonky. We'll be okay. Does it feel, how, like, in what way does it feel different for you? I'm curious. Because I can find a charger. We can get it back on if it feels weird. We can make something work. I feel like the music also helps people maybe who are newer to energy healing. Like it helps you relax more. Does it? Well, there is music coming from my TV that might be faintly being picked up here. Interesting. Okay. Well, here's what I will do then. Let me go grab a charger. What charger goes in this? Hang on a second. I don't think any charger will fit this. It may be over here. Well, where's the charger now? Oh, I think I have one. Hang on. Don't look at my hairy armpits, okay? No, that's not it. We may not have a charger. This is so weird. I usually keep it right here because it's a very specific one. Hang on. Is this it? This may be it. I think that's it. Welcome to my chaotic mind. Let's see if this fits. We're in business. I think, maybe. We might not be. Hang on. We're in business. Thank you, Sharzad, for liking the live. Okay, let's see. It may have to charge first. So let's give it a couple minutes. Let's keep moving on and then we'll try to turn it back on. All right. Let's go up into the mind. I give myself permission to get off. Now, what was that just fell? I think we have some things happening in this room. It's not uncommon. So even when I lived in New Jersey, like my office that I worked in, which this is my office now too here, they were both kind of like paranormal hotspots. Not in like a creepy way, but they definitely attracted some energy. So sometimes some things happen in here. All right, going up into the mind. I give myself permission to get off. I'm seeing like a merry-go-round. I get off the merry-go-round of chaos. Let's slow it down. You are in control. You are in the driver's seat. You are the one who can press the button to slow it down and get off. You need to remind yourself of that. That you do not have to ride a wave of chaos if you don't want to, especially when it's coming from someone else. If someone else is trying to work you up into a tizzy, if someone else is trying to make their stress your stress, you do not have to ride that wave of chaos. And thank you, Abby, for liking the live. Envision the merry-go-round slowing down, slowing down. And it slows down enough that you can just hop off and let it go. How is that feeling? And if it's taking you a minute, keep consciously slowing it down. We're going to stick here for a minute. I'll keep supporting it with energy. Thank you, the Porters, for liking the live. Let's put up a shield. Thank you, Miranda, for liking the live. Are you sleepy? Oh. Let's put up a shield of energy in front of the mind to help keep things out that you don't want in. Sometimes the visualization really helps people. So thank you, Denise, for liking the live. I want you to envision, I always see it as like a light blue glass, is how I see it. So we raise this shield in front of the mind. Raising it up. Lauren, welcome in. How are you? How are you feeling? And thank you, Denise. We raise up this shield. We are standing behind this shield of glass. And anything that comes at it that you do not want, it bounces right off. So setting the intention that this glass filters out, bounces back anything you do not want. Anything that is not yours to take on specifically. Good grief, Lauren. You and Whitney both have been sick for a while. I am so sorry. So we do want things to be able to filter in, right? The things that we want, the things that we like. So setting the intention of this shield to be able to filter in the things that are there to make you feel good, the things that are there to help you progress. So things can get through, again, the things that are helpful. the things that bring hope, the things that bring forward movement, but anything that is there to throw you off your element, it bounces off and goes back. Wherever it came from, it goes right back. Oh my gosh, you couldn't find her? I totally understand that fear. Cats are so good at hiding. So good. Goodness. So let's practice it. So everything that you want to come in, it filters in. Anything you don't, bouncing off. You can do it with your breath. Do it rhythmically. As you breathe in, the things you want come in. As you breathe out, the things you don't want are bouncing off the shield. You don't have to know any kind of energy healing modality to raise the shield, to use the shield. This is your own energy. Your own innate energy is also healing as well. Your own energy is also powerful as well. Oh, Lauren, I am so sorry. Where was she? Thank you, Gabrielle, for the heart me. Welcome in. Got anything for holding grudges, frustration with bosses? Jaybird. So this kind of energy healing inherently helps with things like that, and I'll explain more. How are you? I love all the little stickers. Oh, in a drawer. Man, they are so good at hiding, but it gives you a heart attack. Ugh. So, what I was going to say, this energy healing will inherently help you with mood, with releasing grudges, with being able to be free of anxiety, to sit in your, I always like to say, sit in your own driver's seat of energy and drive yourself forward. I was someone prior to all of this who was incredibly anxious. And I was also very quick to anger. I had a very short fuse as well. And nothing worked as well as this kind of energy healing. I always tell people, I wish I could put the mechanics on paper for you so I could be like, okay, I'm undoing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that, and this is how I do it. But it works in different ways for people. Maybe, you know, you didn't realize that there was a connection to maybe like a past life that was bleeding over into this life. And, you know, thank you for reposting, Gabrielle, and liking the live. And I'm glad you're good. That, you know, was bleeding over into this life. So we had to, you know, have to let go of that energy. You know, maybe it is coming from the familial line. Maybe it is coming from, you know, lack of confidence. It can be so many different things for different people, right? But this will inherently help you. So stick around, join the lives. I will have programs open. I post more about those on my Facebook and Instagram and send them out via email. So I have various different ways you can work with me. So, but definitely start here in the lives as well. Definitely trust the process. That's what I did with my journey of energy healing. I just jumped right in. I didn't know anything about it, and I just, you know, trusted it. I started working with it, and I started untangling. And I did my particular journey. Why I brought up past lives. My particular journey was that my mother, my grandmother, my great grandmother, and myself have all been related in many lives, but we have played different roles throughout these lives. And a big theme was that one of us would always die prematurely. So that caused a lot of anger, that caused a lot of mistrust in the current life that we lived together. So once I started untangling that, here we are. And thank you, Dylan, for liking the live. So trust whatever may come up. Trust that the answer may not be the obvious one. Trust that, you know, the path may take some really unexpected turns, but the universe is always going to pull forward and put you exactly where you need to be, going to show you exactly what you need to know when you need to know it. So just sit back and have fun and relax. Trust yourself. Thank you, Gabrielle and Dylan, for liking the live, and thank you, and Tarot Ferrets, for liking the live. And let's see, are we charged enough to be able to use this? I don't know. Let's turn it back on and see. Oh, I don't know. Yes, Gabrielle, and I totally get, did my computer decide to turn itself off? Technology. Maybe we're just not meant to have music tonight. I don't know. I'll restart everything anyway. Okay, there we go. But I can totally empathize, not just sympathize, empathize with the, you know, feeling frustrated when the path isn't maybe as far along as you want it to be. But that's when I recommend leaning in harder. India, welcome in. How are you? Sorry, I'm leaning over. I'm trying to restart my computer. Technology is being lovely tonight. Thank you for the heartbeat all the way back there. Well, what in the world is going on? This computer will not turn off. Oh, this is bananas. Okay. Oh, I think I finally got it off. I am good. Thank you for asking. All right. Was I saying something and then stopped talking? I don't know. Let's just keep going. That's how my brain works. So for those who don't know, if you're new here, when I'm doing this, I am using my thinking mind, and also my mind is taking a back seat to listen to channel. When I am channeling like these things that need to be fixed, that need to be helped, again, my thinking mind kind of takes a back seat so it can come through as needed. So that switching back and forth pretty rapidly can make me bird-brained. Also, I may be just ADHD too, so it doesn't help any. Brianna, welcome in. How are you? Oh, I'm sorry. I should not have asked that before without reading the rest of the sentence. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Definitely sending all of you their good energy and healing. And thank you, Gabrielle, for liking the live. That is hard. You know, losing anyone that you know. I mean, death is, it is a hard one. Thank you for the heart me, Courtney, and Firefly. Thank you for the sweaty teddy. Melissa, how are you? Welcome in. All right, let's try it again. We're in business. Got the music back. Let's relax. Let's go to the spa. Oh, I'm not trying to turn it up, trying to turn it down. There we go. All right, opening up the chest, opening up the shoulders. This is going to help open up the heart. I'm sure we will hit the heart as well, but I want to physically open the chest and shoulders for you. Ooh, another lack of confidence is like hiding under the collarbone. Molly, welcome in. How are you? I give myself permission to release the weight of lack of confidence. Thank you, Brianna, for liking the live, and thank you, Gabrielle. I feel like I need to cleanse. I feel overwhelmed again and losing patience, worried about things. I am so sorry, Brianna. Yes, come in, sit back, relax, and thank you for sharing the live. I release the weight of lack of confidence. This also feels like it's stuck. And for those, again, who may be new to energy healing, it feels like it is stuck. It goes from under the collarbone, up each side of the neck, and right here under the jawbone. Isn't that interesting? Yes, release it, Molly. Anything, release it. So pulling this out, let me literally pull this out of like the jaw area as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you do find yourself clenching your jaw. I feel some of you do that. Some of you just may be feeling tension in this area, and this is tied to a lack of confidence. So our body influences our energy, and our energy influences our body, right? I give myself permission to open up to my own personality. Oh, Molly, let's release that here. Thank you for the roses, Chantal. Welcome in. How are you? I open myself up to my own beauty. Oh, Gabrielle. Yes, release, Brianna. I clench a little when I sleep as well. I actually have a little clear mouth guard that I'm supposed to wear. I haven't been wearing it. personality is beautiful to me. Let that resonate for a second. I'll say it again. My personality is beautiful to me. I feel this going up into the cheeks. So interesting. Chantal, this will help. And I understand, especially being in the thick of the journey, it's easy to really get into your head. But I was saying earlier, actually, before you popped on, when you are at that point in the journey where you're like, oh my God, what's happening? Where am I going? Can something move already? Can I get an answer already? You know, 1,000 things are just coming at me 90 to nothing. It may sound kind of difficult. It may sound kind of hard, but that's when I encourage you to lean in even harder. Say, all right, this is a spot that feels like a rut. This is a spot where I feel like I'm sort of at a crossroads and I need to decide what direction I'm going. Lean in even harder and ask the universe, what is it that I'm missing? What is it that I need to learn right now? Because typically that's where a lesson is coming up. It's saying, hey, before you move forward, you need to know something about yourself, or you need to know something about the thing that you want. You need to understand, you know, what you're asking for, what you're trying to move through. And again, I empathize, and I've been there, or I wouldn't be here if I hadn't been there. But it becomes easy. It becomes very easy the more that you do it, the more that you just say, okay, I'm taking the blinders off. What's up? What do I need to know? Without judgment. Do not judge yourself for, you know, not knowing something or not having done something. Just say, okay, what is it? Let me see it and let me move forward. Thank you, Miranda, for liking the live, and anyone else who was liking the live while I was gabbing away, as I tend to do. Thank you, Courtney, for liking the live. That makes so much sense. It's so hard once you go down that rabbit hole. Yeah, it takes practice, but I promise it will become so much easier. And it really, like, the core of it, or the crux of it, is releasing those feelings of guilt, releasing those feelings of judgment. And that all comes from this pressure of society, right? We've always got to be doing something. We've always got to be making money. We've always got to be doing. It's insane, the amount of pressure that has been ingrained into us, so much so that we shame rest, and we need rest. We need that time to be able to see our lessons. We need that time to be able to rebuild so that we can be productive. But where was I going with that? I don't know. I think I was trying to say, I promise it will become easier. Just lean in again without judgment as much as you can, without regret as much as you can, and just say, what is it that I need to know, and let me see it. Thank you for the rose, Heather, and thank you for the heart me. And just think of it as like just a task on your list that needs to be done. You know, something like, okay, I need to pay a bill. You know, think of it as something like that. I just need to get it done. I'm so glad you're here, Heather. Welcome in. Let's amp up the heat some. I feel the energy of sadness floating out behind people's backs and behind their heads. So let's work on that as well. Thank you for the follow. Is that the letter I or L before Beth? Welcome in. And let me take a drink of my lemon water that I accidentally got all the seeds in. Go me. I love to have a little bit of water with my lemon juice. All right, this big like cloud of sadness that I feel hanging over a lot of people. Thank you for the Go Popular, Courtney. Weight of the world. But this is also for some of you the weight of feeling unsuccessful. Okay, let's work on it. This is going to sound interesting, and again, for those of you who are new, it's not so much about the words necessarily, and it'll make more sense as we go. It's the vibration of what I'm saying. So the universe chooses the words that go together, and the vibration of those words together helps move whatever it is we need to move. So I'm prefacing that because what I'm about to say is kind of weird. Maybe for some of you, might be like, well, what do you mean? All right, so here we go. I give myself permission to not be tied down so much to the worldly things. And you're like, what does that have to do with my sadness? What does that have to do with my grief? Let it resonate. I'll say it again. I give myself permission to not be so tied down to the worldly things. How does that feel for you? Thank you for the share, Susan. And thank you for the follow, Malika. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow, Diane. Welcome in. Let that grief lift. Let it become lighter. Let it change from like this dark, murky blue, and now it's becoming like a lighter blue or a gray color. So we're lifting, we're releasing, we're taking some of the energy out. Oh, Diane, I am so sorry. But you came in at the right moment, because that is what we are lifting right now. That is what we were trying to help move right now. So this should help some. Oh goodness, Diane. I am so sorry. But I'm glad you found your way in. That's why I do these lives, so people can work with me in various ways. I'm here twice a week. These lives are always open to everybody. And then of course, if you want to work one-on-one with me, I'm just talking to everybody in here. Links are in the bio to do that, but I also hold these weekly lives for people who can work with me in this way, and then also to create community. Like, we do have a really good community in here as well that supports people. You know, people will chat in here, people will be supportive of you as well in here. Is the moon in Gemini today? Oh my goodness. Thank you for the follow, A. Welcome in. Yeah, Gemini is an interesting sign, especially for me as a Pisces. I tend to really like, well, how do I put it? I kind of put Geminis up on a pedestal for some reason, and I like them from far away. When a Gemini gets too close, I'm like, they drive me insane. But I kind of put them on a pedestal for some reason. I don't know what it is. Tarot, in your feels. Oh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. He was so amazing. Let's keep working on this grief. Let's hold it in sacredness. Let's hold it with love. It was in Taurus the past 2 days. Oh my gosh. And I have Mercury in Gemini. Oh my goodness. It squares your sun. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So there's a natural friction going on when you're with them too. Yeah, it's so interesting to me. But I do find myself kind of, you know, like oogling over Geminis. But I'm like, don't get too close though, because I know what's going to happen. I just want to admire you from afar. All right, lifting some of this grief more. Ah, Lauren, I remember that. Yeah, that was one of the Geminis. That was not so great. Not so great. Because you guys are weird, similar in a shadowy way. They are like you, but in the real world. That is so interesting. Huh. All right, so I'm going to say something again. I give myself permission to not be so tied down to the heartstrings of the world. Let that resonate. I give myself permission to not be so tied down by the heartstrings of the world. What does that really mean? Why did the universe say it that way? What that really means is not carrying the burden of all this heavy energy down here. That doesn't mean we're ignoring, that doesn't mean we're detaching, that doesn't mean any of that. It just means that you cannot physically carry all of it. You cannot physically siphon all of it. So allow yourself some detachment. You can still care, you can still, be a part of things, you can still, believe in causes and do things, but you have to have a certain level of separation at times to remain healthy. I love that, Lauren. Oh my goodness, Diane. Yes, I release what I cannot hold capacity for. Exactly. So again, this isn't about ignoring anything. We do not ignore anything here. We do not deny reality here. We do not shove things under a rug. But we have to be realistic about our limits. Your limits will fluctuate. Your limits will expand. Your limits will sometimes close up a bit. Thank you for the follow, Elsa. Welcome in. Your limits, your capacity is always kind of in flux at times. So it's okay to detach. Again, you need to. It's for your health. It's so that you can be effective. When you feel that need to become more of a hermit and to turn some things off, shut some things down for a minute, that's your body, that's the energy, that's spirit telling you, okay, it's time to recharge. If you want to go forward, you have to recharge for a moment here. We got to put your battery on the charger for a minute. I'm a Cancer, so I'm like that with Libra energy. Okay, I have to yawn. I almost made it to 9:30 before yawning. All right, lifting that grief a bit more, but I'm going to scrape some energy off of your back. It's like goo. No, more like sludge. This is interesting. Oh, it's created like a sludge on your backs. Okay, I'm just going to take it off. The grief has now lifted, so it's more like up here. I love that, Diane. I've always wanted to go there. I used to live in New Jersey. I was pretty close, and then I moved all the way back to Arkansas. But I have always wanted to visit. Thank you for Jennifer. Thank you for Jennifer. Wow. Thank you, Jennifer, for sharing the live. Thank you, Diane. Maybe one day. I've always wanted to visit the very, New England states. So like Massachusetts, Maine, Maryland, all that. I made it up to Connecticut. I didn't make it much further. All right. I give myself permission to let my heart take center stage. What's wrong with Delaware? I never hear anybody talk about Delaware. I actually almost kind of forgot it existed. Oh, that's right, Tarot. I forgot that's where you are. Oh, it's because nobody remembers that it's there. All right, again, let your heart take the center stage. Again, this is building on what we were just talking about, sometimes where you have to disconnect. What does your heart need? I love that, Daryl. Are you? Okay, well, I'm coming to Delaware then. I didn't know that. Maybe that's where I should have moved to. Darn it. flooding everyone's heart shape, the literal heart shape, and it's beautiful baby pink. And now it's floating inside of this energy of grief that we are trying to lift. The reason it's floating inside of the grief is because it's helping bring that loving warmth to it, to help lift it even more, to help shift that energy even more. My heart gets to nourish what it needs. My heart gets to replenish the areas that have been depleted. Thank you, Sarah, for sharing the live. This is the biggest message, which again, we were just kind of hinting to. My heart deserves to be replenished and deserves to be renewed no matter what's going on. And it does. Thank you, Sarah, for liking the live, and thank you, user, for liking the live. Despite what is going on around us in the world, you not only deserve for your heart to be replenished, for it to feel good, for you to still get to experience love and happiness and all of those amazing things, but it's needed. Again, you can't walk around with a depleted heart and expect to stay healthy, not in just an energetic way, but also physically. Like, having a broken heart can literally physically hurt you. Thank you, Sarah. So remember that. You do deserve a lot of love back. Even if you don't give a lot of love, you still deserve love. Like, it is a need for us as humans to function, even no matter how much people may say, oh, well, screw love, or I don't like, I'm over it, I'm done with it. It is a need in some form, whether it's romantic, it's platonic, whatever it is. We need love to function. Thank you, Annie, for liking the live. That's why it's so important to foster relationships. Now, I'm not saying if you're more of an introvert that you need to go out and find 100 friends. I mean, you just need to have a good support system or a good ability to make connections with people at different times. Again, your energy needs it. Your physical being needs it. Like, there literally is such a thing called broken heart syndrome, and it can kill you. Oh my gosh, loneliness is horrible, especially when COVID hit. Michelle, welcome in. How have you been? Especially during COVID, I think that's when the studies increased about the epidemic of loneliness, especially amongst seniors. And I mean, loneliness, really impacted like people's, what's the word I'm looking for? Like susceptibility to like dementia. I mean, loneliness is really bad too. I just had the conversation of replenishing with my GF tonight. That's crazy. See, Annie? The universe is just dropping all kinds of people in here, right where they need to be. Oh, Gabrielle. I am so sorry. Goodness. I feel so much, for everyone had to experience loss, whether it was from, COVID itself or, just couldn't be with loved ones during that time. Like, I am so sorry. I am so glad you were able to do that, Gabrielle. I am so glad. Michelle, already? What is happening? What's wrong? And thank you, Gabrielle, for liking the live. Okay. So, Gabrielle, you just said this, but it just hit me right between my ears, too. I allow my pain to have purpose. So see, even the people coming in here saying things, putting them in here right where we need them. Oh, Michelle, I am so sorry. This year is a very interesting year because it's the year of the fire horse, and I'm probably not going to shut up about that all year. That it's the year of the fire horse. So if you want moves to be made, this is the year for moves to be made. I mean, the energy is so prime. It is so open. It is full of fire. And I can see how for some people that may feel quite heavy. It could bring some heaviness because along with that, no matter even if you're in a better mindset, that brings up confrontation. What do you need to confront in order to be able to move? So I can see that as well. And especially if life is happening too, you know, because life likes to do things. Yeah, that's definitely going to impact this energy as well. But sit back and relax here. Oh goodness, I'm sorry, Michelle. Sit back and relax and just try to let your energy open and breathe in, breathe out. Take in as much as you need. Yes. Yeah, I feel like we're in a very interesting space because we just came out of Mercury retrograde and then we just had the spring equinox. So it's like we had a huge turning point. So I think if you felt kind of mucky, I think we're about to come out of it and really hit the ground running harder again. Like, I mean, this energy, when the Chinese New Year hit, well, actually even before that, when we had our own, you know, the New Year we celebrate here in the US, like I kept feeling the fire horse energy. I'm like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. But I can definitely feel the little bit of the muck that was created with Mercury retrograde that hit. But now we've had the spring equinox, life is coming back, you know, fresh air is coming back. So it's time to hit the ground running again here soon. Got sick and still sick during the new moon. Is there any truth to spiritual flu? Yes, it definitely can happen. I'm one of those that particularly, if I feel it, it's around full moons, because full moons, you know, typically bring up all the gunk you need to let go of, all the things that you need to let go of to make room. So it can happen. I typically get the spiritual flu after I teach a Reiki class. It happens because Reiki, I mean, just cleanses the shit out of your energy. So even though you're already Reiki attuned, like you're getting another dose of that you know, mega attunement energy. So it'll happen. Feel that so much. I'm not looking forward to the next month. That's Lauren. I am so sorry. I completely understand. I am so sorry. We're going to keep supporting everyone with this energy to help get you through. Know that you're going to get through it. Know that this energy is here, that this group is here. I'm an empath and a healer and a social worker. Oh my gosh. You know, I almost went into social work, particularly adult protective services, and I got the job. I got the, you know, the offer, and I was like, I don't think I can do it. So I did not go that route. So oh, Lauren, I hope one day it becomes a much brighter day. One where you can look back and, you know, hold it with more loving feelings, you know, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time to work through that grief, work through, you know, what could have been. I completely understand. My son had flu B. Oh my goodness. 6 days straight he had a fever. Holy moly. That is rough. Makes a lot of sense. Your voice and personality, you would get chosen for APS. It's hard work. Thank you, user. Yeah, how old was I? I was maybe about 25 when I got offered that job, and it scared me. Like, obviously I was qualified or I wouldn't have got offered it, but when I got the offer and I really sat and thought about it, I was scared. So I was like, no, thank you. Yeah. But now sometimes I do wonder, I was like, man, maybe I should have given it a shot just to see what it was about, so. Thank you, Patricia, for sharing the live. Oh, Lauren, no, that's so not valid. Like, some people like to gatekeep, and thank you for the squirrels, Patricia. Some people like to gatekeep, and that's wrong. You were a mother. You are still a mother. And they're trying to validate something within themselves by trying to invalidate you, and I'm so sorry. All right, let me take another drink of my, it's more like lemon juice with a splash of water. In my 15,000 seeds. Oh, Sarah. All right, let's open up your life force energy is what we'll call it. Open up. It's not the soul necessarily that we're opening up right now. It's more of like your internal flame. The flame that, helps drive the physical body forward. So I see them as like separate kind of energies. This is more of a physical, a mechanical thing, if you will, inside of you. I'm so sorry, Lauren. So let's open up this energy. Feel your life force. Feel your energy that helps drive the physical body, that helps move the physical body. Yes, let's open this up. Let's give it some oxygen, because oxygen feeds flame, right? Let it breathe. Oh, Lauren, that's really hard. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, Sarah, that's a good point. They may, because everyone deals with it differently. Sometimes those things are really hard to navigate, especially if you don't talk about them a lot. It can be hard to know, what people are comfortable with. Female Warrior, welcome in. How are you? Thank you, Matt, for the follow. Welcome in. I give my energy permission to shine. Ooh, okay. I give my energy permission to be seen in movement, which makes a lot of sense with the things that I've been channeling, the program I opened. Of course, we're working on movement right now. So, not being embarrassed when people see you moving forward. And moving forward isn't always this pretty, perfect path, right? Sometimes it has twists and turns. Sometimes there's some failure. Sometimes, you take 5 steps forward and you gotta take 3 back. Movement in the year of the fire horse, yes. So I'll go ahead and say it. There's only 2 spaces left. So I opened this program called The Channel, and it's bridging the gap between healing and movement. Healing and movement are now becoming one fluid motion, where what I am teaching you is how and showing you the frequency, showing you the codes of how healing and movement can be one fluid action. So you don't have to sit and wait. You don't have to sit and marinate, as I sometimes like to say. So this is a program that is for those who are like, okay, I'm seriously ready to move. I'm not sitting around anymore. I am not going to, wait around any longer. And I'm going to trust that as I work through this energy, that energy becomes the step that I can step onto, that I can, boost myself up on to move forward. Does that make sense? So for 8 months, we will meet once a month. It's only $77.77 per month. We will meet once a month for about an hour and a half. We'll also have a channel to ourselves for more downloads, for support, for shares, questions, things like that. People who have worked with me know that this time is going to fly. People who work with me know that this is going to upgrade. People who work with me know that this is going to boost you forward. We are going to untangle. We are going to support one another. We are going to have movement in the year of 2026. So if that feels like something for you, you can send me a message, or you can go to my Facebook page or my Instagram page and you can see how to sign up with me. So you can either send me a message saying you would like the payment plan, or if you would like to pay in full, you get a free 45-minute one-on-one with me. So again, this is for, you can be an entrepreneur, or you can, just be a stay-at-home mom. It doesn't matter what you are, where you're at. But if you're ready for real movement, you are ready to actually make change. You are actually ready to put it here in the 3D. That's what the program, the channel is for. So again, if that resonates with you, send me a DM here or check my Facebook or my Instagram and we will get you in. There are only 2 spots left. And we love you too, Lauren. Yes, exactly. Sometimes you have to show up imperfect. Did a mirror shield spell today and candles, crystals, and sealed with selenite. That sounds so good, female warrior. So, so good. Her rude behavior. I love it. Oh, I'm so happy. I can't wait to see it. I feel like that necklace will help so much. Be that beautiful little charm for you to carry. And I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. All right, opening up that flame some more, building up that flame some more. Ooh, I've been really contemplating attending this, but I discourage myself. I may message you later. Do not discourage yourself, Sharzad, but I understand the feeling. I do. If you are feeling that pull, if you are getting that inkling, and I've done it before myself, where I'm like, I feel that friction. So I say even when you feel that friction, that's when you know you need it. For instance, I just joined a healing group with my own healer. And when she introduced her program, I was just kind of like, whatever. Literally, that was my reaction. You're probably like, you had a reaction like that? Yes, I did. And I knew it in that instance, as soon as it came out of my mouth, the thought came out of my head, I was like, I need this program then. This is what I need. So the universe is calling to you. The universe is giving you an inkling. It's giving you a tingling, it's calling to you. So we can chat about it if you need to chat about it. Mine is purely financial, but I see it in the future. Gabrielle, yes, see it. Keep envisioning it. Keep breathing life into it. Sharzad, I feel like this will help even more with that breakthrough of seeing yourself actually making progress. That's something that we all struggle with in this healing, no matter what quote unquote level you get to in healing. I feel like that's something that we always have to recalibrate on, to be able to see that we've made progress from where we started. And that, you know, help us see, like I was talking about, you know, where we can take bigger steps that we maybe have not been allowing ourselves to take. So I think this would be the boost. I'm seeing like a race car, and I'm just, when I said the word boost, I'm like, you know, someone's punching the gas on the race car and it's just like flying. I feel like this would be the good boost that you need. Finally see yourself as making some progress, making improvement, and actually doing it, actually making those bigger leaps, making those bigger steps. Putting yourself out there even more. I've seen you putting yourself out there more, but I mean really just going for it, giving it your all, putting your full authentic energy out there. Again, healing and taking the step at the exact same time. Not second guessing it, not overthinking it, just doing. I will keep my eye out. I'm so excited. Acting all in. Well, you know, Lauren, she may have just innocently been in the drawer. I don't know what she was thinking. Welcome in, S. How are you? I feel like time has flown. What about you guys? I didn't realize it was almost 10. Let me just pull little bits of energy out. This is just little bits of stress. I see it as kind of like little, what do you call them? Like lint is kind of what I'm seeing it as. I'm just pulling out these bits of lint. Let them come out. Oh, I am so sorry. Sit back, relax. It did. Thank you, Dylan, for liking the live. Let me get all the lint out. It's like we're cleaning the screen, the filter thing on the dryer. Oh, I know. I hate when they do that, Lauren. It's like, could you just meow so I can hear, so I can have a sign of life, please? But they love to get in those teeny little spaces, those dark spaces. They're crazy. Crazy cats. Cleaning out more lint. I give myself permission to move forward with grace. Thank you, Gabrielle, for liking the live. I give myself permission to have some compassion about what I feel. Have some compassion and understanding for people on the other side, across from me. Hot Mess Express. I love it. I have to yawn again. Oh my god, that was like the longest yawn ever. Okay. And now my eye is twitching. Why? Oh. No, it's doing it again. I love contagious yawning. It's so fun. Oh, Lauren, oh no. Yeah, my cats, when I shake treats, they'll pretty much come out from wherever they were. Yes, you absolutely can, Sarah. All right, take a big deep breath in. Breathe out. Check in with yourself. How are you feeling? Lauren, stop. No, I get those too. Oh, I can't. And thank you, female Lauren, for liking the live. Oh my gosh. So, speaking about that, apparently there's like an evolutionary reason that happens, especially, you know, if you need to go to the toilet as well. Now, don't quote me. Go look it up. Don't say some crazy lady on TikTok said the reason that you have to poop when you're stressed has an evolutionary reason. But I think it's because your body's trying to get rid of anything it doesn't need, because you're running on pure adrenaline. It's like, okay, we need to get rid of everything so that if we need to go, we can go. Seriously. Molly, welcome in. How are you? Also, not just for Molly, but for anyone in here who was a part of the candle ceremony last week. Did you all receive your candle readings? If not, please message me or email me and I will send you the direct link. But I just want to know, everyone got their candle readings? Is everyone good? Good. Okay. I didn't hear from anybody, so I was like, I think everyone got them then. Good. Good. Okay. Typically I'll post, be like, hey, I sent them, message me if you didn't get it, but I forgot to make a post. And let me just comb through your aura. Bringing in soft, cloudy energy, like cotton candy clouds. They're sweet, they're soft, they're delicious, but I can't have cotton candy anymore because I have the cholesterol of a 50-year-old smoking trucker man. Love it. Thank you, Lauren, for liking the live. Although I will say I'm doing well. I'm doing good since getting those test results back. I have lost about 8 pounds already. I was like, I'm not playing around. We're not having high cholesterol at 35. We're not doing this. Oh, I'm a little jealous of you, Lauren. A little jealous. Thank you, Gabrielle. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I needed to lose it either way. You know, this is the heaviest I have ever been in my entire life, like really and truly. And I just like, my body didn't feel good, period. I just didn't have the movement I used to have. But then I got those test results back and I was like, oh shit, we don't have a choice. We cannot wait around anymore. Thank you, Michelle. And thank you, Patricia, for liking the live. Oh, Lauren, we can do it. We can do it. And remember, it's not about how you look. Yes, will that be an added benefit? Of course. But it's about how you feel. Does your body feel good? Can it move well? Do you have fluidity? You know, making sure that your joints are fluid. Down 45 since September, diet, exercise, and nutritionist. Oh my gosh. But that is amazing that you're down 45. That is awesome. And thank you. Yeah, I'm sticking to the Mediterranean diet and then intermittent fasting, which my doctor and I talked about. I didn't just randomly choose intermittent fasting. And I have to say, like, I feel a lot better fasting. I think I'm a little bit insulin resistant. So it actually, I feel better. I'm not as hungry, even though I'm fasting and eating less. Oh yeah, I definitely feel better. When he first told me, he was like, I want you to fast, I was like, because I had done it before in the past, but I didn't know what I was doing, right? Um, Lauren, I know, sometimes it's hard to take your own advice, right? But I had done intermittent fasting in the past, and it did not work because, again, I did not know what I was doing. I was not eating well when I was doing it. But of course, with someone who knows what they're talking about, it actually works. Wait, what? I drive a protein? What do you mean? Drink. I was like, drive. I got it now. I tried to stop eating by 6 p.m. and then waiting till 10 a.m. the next day. Fasting windows, yeah. Mine's about 11 to 7 is my fast, or my eating window. And then I fast, you know, between them. All right, let's start tucking you in. What kind of energetic burritos do you want to be? Yes, and increased veggies too, making sure you get fiber along with that. I can't really do red meat because of my cholesterol, but I do more seafood now, a little bit of chicken, but you can get protein in other ways too, like beans. Pink cotton candy burrito, I love it. You can be anything you want to be. I'm going to be a sparkly, abundant, energetic, confident burrito. I really do like chicken, just the Mediterranean diet doesn't have as much chicken in it. It really doesn't have a whole lot of red meat in it. Again, I can't really do it anyway with cholesterol, but it's really veggie heavy, and then a lot of the protein comes from like seafoods. Lauren, I love that. See, you got this. You know what to do. I love it. And I really think, I feel like you need to look into like virtual diet counseling. If you offered it, I would do it. I don't know how that would work with like licensing, like who all you could see, but I think that would be a really cool thing to look into. All right, wrapping you up, sealing you up. Good night.